spike too.
Good right hand from Peden. There is a rematch between Pacquiao and Eric Morales on January the 21st, by the way. So Pacquiao's out the way for the time being. You've got to find something a bit more competitive than this for Barrera. How? I'm not quite sure. Been a bit better from Peden last couple of rounds, but Barrera's got him with a left hook there. Oh, and he's starting to dismantle him here. Final round. Peden will want to hear that final bell for his pride.
Right. Listen up.
Vicious streak of Barrera there. Digs in a horrible looking left hook to the body. Horrible for Peden, I mean.
See, maybe this is what would have happened earlier if Peden had been more adventurous. Just different leagues.
Gets him with the right hand, Peden, but they'd had to take 4 or 5 before that. Now the right hand. Yeah, he's tried, but he's walking into a lot, and Barrera's going into the mode we've seen him so often with Morales here.
I mean, this is where Peden should have a natural defence. Automatically, his hand should come up. He just stands there taking the punches.
The crowd wanted more of this sooner. So Barrera's been in second gear all the way, and just to meet the challenge, he's just showing, if you want to try that, this is what I can do to you. And he's not stopped throwing punches, closes the show. Massive win for Barrera. Now they're friends again after all of that. But for Robbie Peden, I'm afraid he was totally outclassed. A very disappointing effort. Barrera, really, without ever hitting his top gear, was pretty brilliant.
Yeah, but maybe that burst in the last round, maybe that'll annoy the crowd even more, because they always knew he was capable of it. They're cheering him here, so they've obviously forgiven him for the kind of quiet rounds throughout the fight. But what a masterful job from start to finish, complete control, just in a different league to Robbie Peden.
Might be 31, and he might have had 66 fights now, but he's still very, very good. In fact, thinking through all the divisions, I can't think of anybody who'd qualify to be above him at the moment. Some people might argue Winky, right, but he doesn't have the longevity at the very highest level that Barrera has.
Yeah, but I wonder what his next move will be. Will it be the 4th world title? Will it be Jesus Chavez for the lightweight title? Because I think that the crowd will want something a bit more competitive than they got tonight.
I did enjoy watching Barrera, though.
You always do. It's a masterclass. But I mean, the crowd showed their dissatisfaction several times throughout the action. OK, they appreciated how wonderful he is, what a master he is, but they need a little bit of drama. That's what this game's all about. We got it in the last round, thankfully, and believe it or not, the crowd seem quite happy now.
Quite happy.
Yeah, well, I mean, they seem to have forgiven me. He got a good cheer at the end of it, as though they'd forgiven him for the quiet rounds. But you always knew he could move into a higher
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the MGM Grand of Las Vegas, we go to the scorecards. Remember, the winner of this bout will be the unified WBC and IBF Super Featherweight World Champion. John Keane scores the contest 118-109. Michael Pernick and Dave Moretti both have it 118-108. All to the winner by unanimous decision. De Ciudad de Mexico, Marco Antonio Barrera.
A landslide win for Barrera, and we'll have all the reaction right after the break.
Wasn't one of his best, but it didn't need to be. And even so, Barrera, imperious, WBC and now IBF World Super Featherweight Champion too. And did he carry Robbie Peden at some points in that fight?
Well, I think he did. It was a bit of a masterclass from Barrera. All that was lacking really was a spectacular finish, and it almost seemed that, you know, he could have got that at any time. And I think he just wanted to say it to Peden, right, you know, I maybe didn't take it heavy on you, but at the end he let him have it for the last 20 seconds just to say, you know how good I am.
Will Robbie Peden come away with it with regrets, Nicky, about how he went about taking his opportunity?
I think so. I mean, I think when you're challenging for the world title, you should be carried out in your shield. Maybe he just knew too much from the previous sparring sessions that he just didn't have Barrera's number. He knew from the first round that he was not going to win this fight, and maybe decided, I'm being well paid and let's get out without being hurt.
What about the way Barrera did his work in this one, Spencer?
I mean, he was in control right from the first round. Nicky said when you're challenging for the world title, he was actually world champion himself. So you would have thought he would have gone out there and he would have put on a better performance. I think all them rounds of sparring, obviously Barrera must have been in control because there was some sort of mental block there, and Peden never really took the chance, and Barrera just showed us that little glimpse of what he can do.
He had from him, even though he sparred with him. I mean, he just showed him respect the whole way through, and I think the crowd wanted it. We wanted just to see Peden have really go out there and have a go.
Well, and even more so his corner. I mean, his corner from about the 4th round on were really urging him, please, just go out.
They were pleading with him.
Brief final thought about it going forward from here for Barrera. You know, people paying big money to watch him at ringside, hundreds of dollars. They're going to have to find him some sort of a test, aren't they?
Yeah, and I think the only man out there for him now is Pacquiao, Manny Pacquiao.
To try to reverse the loss.
Yeah, he's got to try and reverse that loss now. That's the only blemish on his record.
Of course, Morales would be a big seller too. Pacquiao, Morales.
We could always live through another Morales fight, couldn't we?
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Turned into an easy one, though, didn't it? Thank you all very much indeed. Spencer, Nicky.